So today on Notes 5, we're going to solve multi-step inequalities and variables on both sides. But first of all, we're going to use this warm-up to solve an inequality. So we have our 3x we're going to bring down, and then minus, this is understood to be like a -1. So -1 times x is -x. -1 times 7 is -7, and that's less than 9. So then we combine our x's. So this would be 3x minus 1x gives us 2x. Minus 7 is less than 9. And we're going to add 7 to both sides. The 7, minus 7, -7, and positive 7 cancel out. So 2x is less than 16. We're going to divide both sides by 2. And we're going to leave the inequality symbol going the same direction because we're not multiplying or dividing this last step by a negative. So your answer would be x is less than 8. So we're going to have an 8 here, open circle going left. All right, let's take a look at number 2. We're going to combine the -6n plus 4n. So that gives us a -2n plus 5 is greater than or equal to 17. And we're going to subtract 5 from both sides. So we have -2n is greater than or equal to 12. Now we're going to divide both sides by a -2. When you divide by a negative, you're going to flip the direction of the inequality. So n is less than or equal to -6. So you're going to have a closed circle because it has a line underneath it for the equal sign, and anything less would go to the left. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to solve inequality symbols with variables on both sides. So on problem 3, we have a variable term and a constant. We have a constant over here and a variable term, so you're balanced. So once you're balanced, we're going to move the variables from the right side to the left side so that in the long run, on the very last step, the variable will be on the left. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. 5x minus 3x is 2x. Plus 30 is greater than -2. Then it's just your normal two-step equation where you look at the side that has the variable and you need to get rid of this other constant. So this 30. So the inverse of positive 30 is -30. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. That cancels out. So you have 2x is greater than -32. And then to get x by itself, you have to get rid of the number that's with the x, which is the 2. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. My inequality symbol is going to stay the same direction because I'm not multiplying or dividing by a negative. Now, can you get a negative as your answer? Yes, but that doesn't mean that you switch the inequality symbol. So this will be -16. It's going to be an open circle. Greater than would go to the right. Let's take a look at number 4. Our -6 is our distributor, so we're going to have to hippity-hoppity first. So this will be -6x. -6 times -20 is positive 120. Less than or equal to. Our 2 is our distributor, so we're going to hippity-hoppity. And this will become 4x plus 10. All right, so now we're balanced. We have a variable and a constant on both sides. So let's move our variable term from the right side to the left side. So to get rid of the 4x, we're going to subtract 4x. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. So this will be a negative 10x plus 120 is less than or equal to 10. Now then, the side that has a variable also has a constant of 120. So I have to subtract 120 from both sides. So I'm going to get rid of that. So bring down the negative 10x is less than or equal to 10 minus 120 would be negative 110. And then divide both sides by negative 10. Now, since I'm dividing by a negative, I have to flip the direction of the inequality. So this will now become x is greater than or equal to 110 divided by 10 gives us 11, and it will be a positive 11. So we have our 11. It's going to be a closed circle because it has a line underneath it, and greater than will go to the right. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 5. Let me move this paper up a little bit. Oops. Come back here. Okay. So on number 5, we have a variable and a constant on the left and then a variable on the right. Now, since we want our variable to be on the left at the end, what we could do is go ahead and make a constant here and just put plus 0. So now basically we're balanced. So here's our division. We cut that equation in half. So we're going to subtract 2x from both sides. So 6x minus 2x is 4x. Minus 16 is greater than 0. And then we can add 16 to both sides. So this will give us 4x is greater than 16. And then we're going to divide both sides by 4. So x is greater than 4. So this would become an open circle, and greater than would go to the right. All right, let's take a look at problem 6. Here we have a fraction, so negative 2/3 times 3. You can put this in the calculator if you want, or by hand. What you can do is take the numerator times 3, so negative 2 times 3 is negative 6, divided by 3 is negative 2x. And then negative 2 times negative 6 is 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then that's less than or equal to 3x minus 6. All right, so we're balanced. We have variable and a constant on both sides. So let's go ahead and move this variable from the right side to the left side by subtracting 3x. Negative 2x minus 3x is negative 5x. Plus 4 is less than or equal to negative 6. And then we're going to subtract 4 from both sides. So I'm going to run out of room, so I'm going to move it over here. So this will be negative 5x is less than or equal to negative 10. Divide both sides by negative 5. When you divide by a negative, you flip the inequality symbol. So this will become x is greater than or equal to negative 10 divided by negative 5 is positive 2. So we're going to put a 2 here. Closed circle because it has an equal sign underneath it. And greater than 2 would be all numbers to the right. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the back side. And so just reminders that we have up here for normal answers. The number line graphs go one direction or the other. Okay, so like this would be x is greater than 6, open circle to the right, or you have something like x is less than -2 would be an open circle going to the left. All right, so let's take a look at what some special inequalities look like. Let's go ahead and solve problem 7. So what we're going to do is multiply 2 times 3x, which is 6x. 2 times -4 is -8, is less than 6x plus 10. Okay, so now we're balanced. So what we're going to do is we're going to subtract the variable from the right side, which is 6x, and subtract it over here. Well, it cancels out here, and it also cancels out on the left side. So you're going to ask yourself, what's left? Is -8 less than +10? Any negative is always less than any positive. So since this is true, this right up here tells us that when variables drop out, it's a true statement, it will be all real numbers, which means any number you put in place of x would allow the left side to be less than the right side. So this is going to be all real numbers. And the graph, you would have the entire number line. So this would be like 0, 1, 2, and over here is -1. So what you do is just draw a line, a solid line with arrows on the ends, because it would include all real numbers. Let's take a look at number 8. Well, here automatically if you see where this splits down right here, that the x, positive x, minus x already cancel out. So all you have left is 5 greater than another 5. It's not greater than, it's equal to, but there's not an equal sign. So this is going to be a false statement. So when you look up here, when it's a false statement, your answer will be no solution. So we're going to put NS. And it also says nothing will be graphed on the number line. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed the notes.